Welcome to the coach trip. 7 couples on a 30-day tour of Europe. For some of them, it could be the holiday of a lifetime, taking in some of Europe's most famous sights and cities.
I've never been a part of anything quite so exquisite in my whole life, and I just think it's...
But for others, it could be a complete nightmare.
We come up quite a bit later on to find him in the bar with everyone and that, and we felt a bit like lepers, really.
Tell me what he said. Go on a coach, love. Tell me what he said.
This is no ordinary coach trip, because if you don't like the people you're travelling with, you can vote to send them home.
If you want to have a go at me, then fair enough. It's water off a duck's back.
This is the story of what happened. Currently travelling on the coach trip are Marion and Phil.
Well, we've just been watching Mozart. I've never heard of him myself, but it was pretty good.
Barbara and Pete.
I'm sick. It's all right. We're all right with that.
Tom and Max.
Absolutely, I'm in love with this place. Absolutely in love with it.
Austria as a whole, I think.
Yeah.
Joanne and Steph.
Serious?
We look pillocks.
I feel like an elephant in pyjamas, I swear to God.
Emma and Sally.
Yeah, me and Tom probably had a cuddle. I'm a cuddly person, I cuddle people.
Pasquale and Bob.
That is my next vendetta, to get rid of the poisonous dwarf.
Vanda and Nikki.
I've never been a part of anything quite so exquisite in my whole life, and I just think it's...
And making sure the group are on time is the tour guide, Brendan.
So I just didn't expect to see Stephanie in her underwear, you know, really.
Yesterday, the coach reached Salzburg in Austria. They had a tour down a salt mine, saw the city centre Sound of Music style. In the vote, Pasquale and Bob caused controversy when they were caught trying to lie about why they voted for Sally and Emma.
We don't have a problem with you voting with us, but we prefer you just to say your reason rather than talking rubbish.
Nikki and Vanda got their first yellow card. And a rift developed between the younger members of the group.
I honestly think you are trying to swindle the votes.
She's ungracious, she lacks common courtesy, she's a social chameleon, and she's manipulative.
It's 7 a.m. in Salzburg. This morning, the coach will be making the short 84-mile trip northeast to the city of Linz. This is the time of day when tour leader Brendan is usually making sure that all the passengers are on board so the coach isn't late. Today, he seems to be more concerned that they're leaving too early, but Chris, the driver, disagrees.
3 hours? 3 hours because the coach can only do 90 k's, which is 55 miles.
Right.
The terrain we're going through is all up and down hill.
Right. But it's the main road to Vienna that we're on, isn't it? We're going on the A1.
It is the A1, but it still don't stop the terrain going up and down hill.
Right.
And when you're going up and down hills like we're going to go up, we could be down to 20, 30 k's an hour.
Right.
Whether it's too early or not, the coach is safely on the A1 on Chris's schedule and is making good headway northeast towards Linz. Yesterday, the group thoroughly enjoyed their Sound of Music tour in Salzburg, and Brendan enjoyed it so much that he has devised a fun quiz for the group to test that they were paying attention.
Right, so are we ready? The first question. Who starred in the film The Sound of Music and her role was Maria von Trapp? Who starred as Maria von Trapp in The Sound of Music? Why did Maria leave the Von Trapp family? Why did Maria leave? If you remember, there was a very large ball going on at the time. I'm only just giving them a clue, Phil. We know you're an expert, Phil, on The Sound of Music. Right.
Time for the scores, and surprise Sound of Music expert Phil is narrowly beaten by Pasquale and Bob, and he's not happy about it.
They're cheating. They're not that bad.
Oh, we're having a right little strop, aren't we? Don't talk to Phil, he's having a strop, because he's lost the game. Right.
Where's the finger? Where's your sheet? I want to look at that. I want to look at the sheet.
No.
Hey,
said.
Oh, he's having a right turn.
Can we call him Tina Tantrum from now on?
Tina Tantrum, you call him whatever you want.
Tina Tantrum.
There's no way he got 13.
He's cheated him.
Phil, it's only a game.
It's turned into a bad day, this.
When the coach arrives in Linz, Phil is still sulking.
He's a very bad loser, as everybody will know, but it's only early days yet. And he reckons they cheated. Can you believe that? How would somebody cheat?
They
Sound of music, he is. He has watched it 20 times.
They definitely cheated because Bob's never seen it.
Leaving Phil to sulk, Brendan goes to deal with another delicate situation. Chris, the driver, has got the group to Linz an hour ahead of schedule, which meant everybody had to get up unnecessarily early.
So my timings were spot on.
No, I thought they were out. I thought, you know, I mean, what about the hills going up and down?
Yes, what about?
What was that all about?
They went up and down.
Yeah, I know, but the roads were fantastic. I mean, it's Austria.
Yeah, but if you also notice, we had a 40k, a 40-kilometre deviation, which I'd already taken.
I know, but that was included, wasn't it?
That's right.
In the time, so we would have even been here earlier.
But
if we didn't have the deviation.
But what you don't realise is that I'd already found out about the roads and had incorporated that in my timings.
So with an hour to spare, the coach heads off through Linz to its first visit of the day. Linz is the third largest city in Austria and sits on the banks of the Danube River, roughly halfway between Salzburg and Vienna. It's a modern industrial city and also features some very modern attractions, including the ARS Science Centre and the impressive Lentos Modern Art Museum. But it also possesses some much older attractions, and the city centre features a variety of Baroque and Rococo architecture, as well as a spectacular neo-Gothic cathedral. The group's first stop is a cruise down the famous River Danube.
Peter, come on!
It is the second longest river in Europe and one of the main transport arteries on the continent. It is also the only major European river to flow from west to east, rising in the Black Forest region of Germany and flowing for almost 1,800 miles until it empties into the Black Sea on the Romanian coast.
Right, just on the right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is all the shipbuilding area of the river, okay? Linz is a very, very industrial town, and boats are very, very important for moving goods up and down the river, up and down the Danube, okay? So it's a very, very important shipyard, really, boatyard, really, we would call it.
The group are clearly enjoying relaxing in the sunshine, but one of them has a bit of work to do as honorary captain, and Bob claims the skipper's hat.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. So you're a sailor for the day?
And it's not long before Bob's settled into his new job.
And it's fabulous. And the wheel's very sensitive though. So just the slightest turn and we seem to be going way off to the right and then way off to the left. I'm enjoying it. And I feel the part.
All you have to do is keep the steering wheel straight. You're going from side to side. What is it?
It's time for lunch, and the group enjoy a traditional meal brought to them in the traditional manner, on board a rowing boat from the shore.
Thank you. Right, any fish?
The tourists are enjoying their food, and it seems that Tom is trying to build bridges with Nicky and Vanda after he said some harsh things to them at yesterday's vote.
I think you've come here and you've distinctly made an effort to try and split the group. I haven't really taken to the two of you at all. And I honestly think you are trying to swindle the votes.
But Tom's partner Max is not interested in making up with them.
It doesn't feel awkward today, but I'm still not fond of them. To be honest, I'm not really making much of an effort with them today, and it seems like they have, but I don't know, I just want to stick with my vote, you know, because I still prefer everyone else to them.
Despite the tension between the younger group members, the cruise proves a success, and Brendan leads them off to the city centre for their next excursion. Coming up in part 2, Phil and Pasquale's quiz dispute is finally settled in the Museum of the Future.
Put it back on before my head falls off!
and there's no holding back at voting time.
So, I'll be honest, I did actually quite hate you.
Today, the coach trip has arrived in the upper Austrian city of Linz. The group have already been on a lunch cruise down the River Danube, and after hopping on the Linz City Express, they have arrived at their second stop, the ARS Electronica Centre, Museum of the Future, which is a scientific research centre combining cutting-edge design with new technology to create exciting interactive exhibits. The first exhibit for the group is a model car racetrack, which has been redesigned so that rather than being controlled manually, the racers use their voices to make car engine noises, which then control the speed of the cars. With it being a two-car race, Brendan has an idea.
And I think because we have the problem with the Sound of Music between Phil and Marion and Pasquale and Bob, then we should have a little competition. The winner will be the one who completes 3 laps, and this will decide once and for all who is the winner of the Sound of Music competition that we had this morning. So off you go. Phil, do you want to sit in this seat?
Best of luck.
Pasquale.
Oh, cheers. I'd like to wish Pasquale good luck.
And I hope you win.
Well, that's up to you. Thank you. You know what you did.
Right, ready, ladies and gentlemen? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
There is one more twist to the race. If a player's car comes off the track, their helmet vibrates vigorously.
Put it back on before my head falls off. Come on, Phil. Phil, come on.
This is your last lap, Pasquale, last one. Last easy. Right, fine. So, ladies and gentlemen, once and for all, the Sound of Music quiz has been settled, the discrepancy has been settled, and the winner is Pasquale. And a round of applause for our gallant loser, Phil.
No, I know how Paul Radcliffe felt. Disappointment. I'll give it my best shot, but it weren't really my cup of tea, that game. It weren't really me.
I'm absolutely delighted, to be quite honest with that. I've won the game.
Just tell it to you, all you young children at home. If you want to win, just cheat.
I haven't got a clue what the prize is. I'm hoping it's meeting Julie Andrews, who knows, or meeting Christopher Plummer, or even meeting Gunter, one of the kids. I haven't got a clue what the prize is.
So Pasquale is finally victorious, although the prize isn't quite what he hoped for.
Oh, my plums.
He has won a free flight over Linz, but isn't quite what you'd expect. Named Humphrey, it is another of the museum's most popular exhibits. It simulates a human flight over Linz using a virtual reality suit, which relays the body's movements to a series of pneumatic pumps, giving the feeling of flying over the city.
Oh, please. I think I've come over queer.
Pasquale's no Superman, but at least it's entertaining the group, and even the warring youngsters seem to be enjoying themselves. After all the excitement, the group must now come back down to earth as they head back to the coach for today's vote. On Coach Trip, the passengers' holiday will continue for as long as they remain popular with the other travellers. Because on this trip, at the end of every day, each pair vote privately for who they want off the coach. Whoever gets the most votes is awarded a yellow card. If they are given a second yellow card during the trip, they are sent home to be replaced by a new pair. With all the votes cast, Brendan gathers the group together to hear the results.
May I remind the group that Joanne and Stephanie and also Vanda and Nikki are already on a yellow card, and should they get a further yellow card, it would mean a red card is added and they will leave the group this evening.
Pete and Barbara are first to vote.
Today, Peter and myself are voting for Vanda and Nikki. The reason we are voting for you is because we weren't happy with the way that you attacked Tom and Max and Sally and Emma last night.
Tonight, Maureen and I are voting for Vanda and Nikki. I get the feeling that, Vanda, you don't like me. I'm sorry, and if I'm wrong, I really apologise.
I don't think you should apologise at all, and I'm sorry you feel that I don't like you. I do, I'm slightly intimidated by you, because you're a big, scary guy.
I hope you don't mind, because I know you're Northern and you've got thick skin. Phil and Marion, we love you to death, and it's not personal. It's just we owe you one back. That's the only reason.
The reason for the vote tonight is for Pete and Barbara. The only reason is because they voted for us a couple of days back, and we love you to bits, but we couldn't think of anyone else, sorry.
They seem rather evasive to us, we've noticed, you know, that they'll spend time with others. I mean, they have supporters, they're not ignorant, but I get the feeling they're not too keen on us anyway.
Today, we've kind of changed our mind during the day. We were kind of set on voting for you girls earlier, just because of whatever happened yesterday. We were actually going to vote for Bob and Pasquale today. The girls have I respect you for the way you've been really honest today, and you've kind of come up and talked to us, and I feel you have made a lot more of an effort today, and we've kind of got to know you more, and maybe we were a bit kind of quick to judge yesterday. So the reason we're voting for you guys really is just because of not giving reasons for your votes the last couple of days.
Today we are voting for Bob and Pasquale because yesterday we feel that you didn't handle the voting as well as you could. We have said from the beginning that we are not comfortable with people being two-faced, and I think yesterday that's what you did. And I know we've talked to you about it today. We have had a discussion with you, and it's not that we don't love you, we do love you, but I think you could have handled it better.
So the younger girls have resolved their differences and haven't voted for each other, and it means that Nikki and Vanda are tied on 2 votes with Bob and Pasquale. Max and Tom are last to vote. Will they be able to put their differences with Nikki and Vanda behind them, or will they give them their second yellow card, effectively voting them off the trip?
Okay, obviously this is not going to be it wasn't a hard decision for me and Tom. Obviously what happened yesterday and the day before, we are going to be voting for Vanda and Nikki. In Munich the other day, you sort of accused me for planning tactical stuff to vote people off, and you looked at me and said, "You're not a very nice person." And I know it doesn't sound that bad, but I do get kind of offended when people say I'm not a nice person. So I'll be honest, I did actually quite hate you that day and the day before, and I hated you to about 4 o'clock today. But Nikki especially, I've got a bit of respect for, because she did approach me, and I apologise for being stubborn, because I have been quite stubborn, and I should have got to know you more. But in a way I didn't really want to, because I had made my mind up and I wanted to keep it that way.
So, Max and Tom have refused to change their mind, and they've sealed Nikki and Vanda's fate.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the result of this evening's vote gives Vanda and Nikki a yellow card, and as you have 2, it gives you now a red card. So can you please go to the coach and get your luggage? The others can say goodbye and then get on the coach, and we're going to the hotel. Thank you.
Nikki and Vanda are clearly upset to be leaving, but Max is in a celebratory mood after successfully ousting the girls.
I think the drinks are on me tonight, Pete.
Joanne tries to comfort a crying Vanda, while Barbara and Pasquale, who was targeted in the vote, are satisfied with the result.
Vanda and Nikki actually said that Pasquale and Bob had helped them quite a lot. So I felt it was a strange way of thanking somebody. I felt we made the right decision with our vote.
Do you think that that's going?
It's alright.
No one changed your mind.
Yeah, I know both of you did. You said that, so. Well.
Incredibly, having just dumped them off the holiday and made Vanda cry, Max has the audacity to ask Nikki out on a date.
I was going to say that, like, I am quite curious now. Quite curious, you know.
Quite curious?
I didn't give myself enough time to get to know you, and I was quite curious, you know. I wrote down my number, I thought I'd give it to you. If you don't watch the few shows before this, then you won't hate me that much.
If I don't watch the series?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I wrote it down, so you might as well take it, and then just, if you feel like it, give me a bell, and at least that way I can get to know you and I won't feel that bad.
Thanks, babe.
Okay? Continental kisses, yeah. I think she's very attractive, but unfortunately her personality sort of deleted that attractiveness. And after said that, you know, I don't know, I felt like I should have got to know him better. And basically, I just want to get to know her better. They're off the show now. I thought they might get voted off, and might meet up with them again after. That was it, basically.
After just 2 days, Nikki and Vanda's holiday is over. It only remains for them to reflect on what went wrong as they wait for a taxi to take them to the airport for their flight back home. It's been another emotional day on the coach, and Brendan gets the remaining tourists out to a traditional dinner to cheer them up. And Phil befriends another local.
Hi Hans, how are you
How's
doing?
everything going? How was your day in Linz?
Did what?
How was your day in Linz?
Oh, brilliant. We went round Austria, we had a fantastic boat trip.
So you're going to come back to Linz?
Oh, definitely, without any doubt.
Nice to hear.
In fact, the manager gets on so well with Phil that he lays on a special performance for the group. And Phil likes Austria as much as he liked Germany.
Absolutely tremendous. The Austrians have made us really, really welcome. I'm quite emotional at the moment because, you know, we've been brought here and they've made us so welcome and put on a show like that for, you know, we pay like 400 odd quid a club for something like that.
Next time on Coach Trip, the group head to the Austrian capital, Vienna, where they visit the oldest zoo in Europe. They go on the famous Ferris wheel, and 2 new ladies join, although they're not quite what Max and Tom are after.
And you're all going to be in quite for a surprise.